Hey guys, it's Jinx again. It's that time for another pickups video. Gotta sprinkle them in where I can, especially when I get such a good deal like what I have for you today. My goodness, I still can't believe I picked it up, because I was told there was a line in front of me and nobody else picked it up. Are they nuts? And I know what you're thinking. You're like, show us what it is already. And I'm like, I will. Now, there was a listing on Facebook Marketplace. The seller in question, I'm not going to say her name. Her and her husband were very accommodating, let me nerd out, geek out, tell them stories and about how nerdy and geeky I am. But in the end, there was like 23 people in front of me for this lot. I am shocked that I was even able to get them. Because to be completely honest, dude, collectors out there, I'm going to show you what I got. And you're going to be like, wow, how did 22 other people pass? Now, I'm going to start off with something that's not super impressive. I'm going to cover part of it because it still has an address on there. And I don't want you to harass people. That's not cool. But let's see if you can get that. It is the promotional VHS for the release of Donkey Kong Country, the first one. Letting you know what's coming up and all that good stuff. Now, what I found out is there weren't a lot mailed out. Only a select few people got them. And there's not really a lot of them out there that I know of. There's been a couple sales here and there. But for the most part, I don't think anybody really held on to them, except for a few people. So I was glad to pick that up, because, VHS, right? No, I'm kidding. To be completely honest, it's always good to keep promotional items like that, because you can go back, you can watch it and be like, wow, I can't believe they did it that way back when. That being said, there's more to it. I know you're like, hey, what's going on? That's not what you promised. That's not like, oh my goodness. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting there. How about Tetris 2? Complete in box. Yeah, that's right. And look at that box. Still glossy. I mean, there's some dings. There's some dings and stuff. But for the most part, this box is in pretty awesome shape. I think out of all the other boxes, this is probably the one that's in the best shape. I mean, I know it's not a title like Zelda or anything, but still, to have a complete inbox in this great shape, that's amazing. And aren't you thinking? You can even look up the prices yourself. It's probably maybe 10, 15, 20 bucks. It's not a major hitter in the box game world. I get that, but honestly, I didn't have. That's my first complete in box Super Nintendo game. Technically, technically, and the reason for that is the rest of the lot are all complete in box. So technically, that's my first one. But there's other ones too, like Madden '94. Complete in box. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, so excited. And I know what you're saying once again. Dude, that's cool. But where's the oh my gosh factor? Glad you asked, because the next three are the oh my gosh factor. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe 23 people passed on it. So first, Super Game Boy, complete in box. Yeah, look at that box. It's not in horrible shape, but I mean, not nearly as good as Tetris 2, but it's complete in box. Right? It doesn't stop there. Oh, no. Donkey Kong Country 1, complete in box, with even the free study guide offer. Dude, come on. And look at that box, man. There's some wear, there's some tear, but for the most part, the box is in excellent condition. Like, dude, you could not ask for a better lot so far, right? Now, this one, you guys know I already own this game. I've already done a playthrough of this game. But I picked up Super Star Wars, the first one, complete, in box. Now, why did I do that? Well, complete in box. Duh. Now, the box is a little, a little bowing out a little bit. But, come on. Complete in box. My goodness. And like I said, I was told there was like 23 people in front of me. 23. And when I went down there to pick them up, I spoke to the seller and her husband, and apparently they were getting a lot of offers. Like high offers. I mean, that's worth a substantial amount of money. Not nearly a lot more than what I paid for it. But what was cool about it was there was, I guess, a lot of the people in front of me were resellers, and they weren't willing to go down to get it. And I purposely garbled the city. Because I don't want you to bug them. Because if I say the city, then you can easily probably look it up, start bugging the seller, see if she has any other games, and that's not fair to her. And I'm not going to do that here. So, but they didn't want to travel all the way to that location to pick it up just for those games. And those types of people were resellers. Apparently, a good chunk of them were resellers. And nothing against resellers. I mean, Fair Game's a reseller. I mean, they buy and sell games. That's what they do. But it's like when you buy off Facebook Marketplace. I mean, come on. I know everybody has a job. Everybody can, wants to make a decent living and everything. But when it comes to old games like this, I would rather, like, heaven forbid, I ever have to sell my collection again. Heaven forbid. But if I were to sell it, I would want to sell it to another collector. Because I know it's going to be treasured. It's going to be treated with respect. Not treated as an object just to make money. And apparently the sellers thought the same way. They didn't want to just sell it to another reseller. So I made sure to let them know, hey, I'm not going to be selling them anytime soon. They're going to be in the collection until, well, the hope is forever, right? But let's be real, knock on wood, if something happens to me, I would hope that my wife, my kids, they would want to keep the collection intact. Because who knows? I mean, with retro gaming being a thing to collect nowadays, and I know retro changes from generation to generation, but it's like, I would hope it would stay in my collection forever. Whether it's, with me, my wife, my kids, my grandkids. I mean, I wouldn't want them to sell it off, ever. Tell me what you think about this video in the comments below. I guess, once again, I'll see you guys next week.